что ж, снова добрый день, дамы и господа. Я рад приветствовать всех собравшихся в зале, ну и, конечно же, зрителей.
My name is Andrei Chelnikov, and today I'll be helping you navigate and find your way. We have tracks, and every track is devoted to that topic. Today we're gonna have a global track. It's called cooperation. We're gonna talk about main goals and what BRICS plus countries are going to cooperate in, and we are going to find common grounds and talk about authenticity of fashion industries in different countries. Tomorrow we're going to talk about entrepreneurship, and day 3, technological track. We are ready to start, and it's called democratization of fashion. Local is becoming global. Monopoly is becoming less important because democratization and decentralization are taking place. Countries that had nothing to do with fashion are actively strengthening their positions. So what is happening, how influence is shifting, and what is BRICS plus countries' rules? So, over to our speakers. Moderator Tatiana Naumova, Head of NTV Projects. Our speakers: Vitaly Stepanov, Director General, Moscow Export Center; Tatiana Komisarova, Professor, Higher School of Business, National Research Institute, Higher School of Economics; Uma Rustamova, Director General and co-founder 2 Eagles; Senan Kamel, Director General, Baghdad Fashion Week, Iran; and Binod Singh, Online Managing Director, Institute of BRICS, New Delhi, India. So, good morning. Good morning. I'm happy that you are here with us. And I'm proud to be the moderator of the first session. But let's warm up a bit. Before we start talking about something serious, let's try and understand how presently, in the end of 2023, BRICS countries are affecting fashion. Vitaly, from 1 to 10, what do you think the impact? So first of all, I'd like to say that presently BRICS countries are becoming more and more influential. 40% of the global GDP, that's BRICS countries. So the economic power of these countries is evident. But there's more: fashion and trends. Yes, BRICS is an economic community and it plays a great role in the world, but we're talking about fashion and designers. So the future of BRICS as a global community must take into account this too. Must take into account modern trends. And today we are involved in design. We are improving the trends that are there. At the moment, we can't see these trends from Brazil, China and South Africa, in the sense that these countries don't have their own fashion industry that they could show, present to the world. I think that in the future, BRICS should work on these trends and develop them more. And I think that we need to talk about dissemination of fashion, BRICS fashion. Actually, if you don't have this device to listen to interpretation, then you can pick one at the entrance. I see that many of you did take headsets.
Baghdad Fashion Week 8 years ago, and I have two quotes of yours. It's not about new fashion shows, it's about creative culture. And today I am happy to find that Iraq is distinguished by the energies of its designers. So about what have been these 8 years for you? And quite a tough question, I might admit, but still, do you feel that Iraq has added some tangible effort in what we are discussing now, namely decentralization and democratization of the fashion industry?
طبعا أشكرك على هذا السؤال. طبعا سعيد جدا أكون في موسكو وهذا فشل.
Well, first of all, I'm happy to be in Moscow. It's a rare occasion, an opportunity for me. Indeed, 8 years ago we launched the Baghdad Fashion Week. It happened in 2015. It was the first event of its kind at the time, and it took quite a lot of effort to launch it, especially in the context of the situation in the country. However, we've had a great experience with this. All of our designers are Iraqi. We have a huge potential, and I noticed a lot of opportunities for growth for a number of brands there. So we held some more events, including in the context of the Baghdad Fashion Week. We had the design workshops, and our designers have been developing their craft to meet the needs of the consumers. We've also adapted to the current situation in each case. We think that that event needed to be launched, especially in the current harsh conditions. Right now, things have become easier, and overall, culture and crafts have been developing in Iraq lately. Several events have sprung up. New brands have emerged, including purely local ones, and it's really important because we are a true demonstration of the local aspect in our fashion. Another thing is that the Baghdad Fashion Week is a unique phenomenon for the region overall. And let me say a few words about our fashion summit. It's an event of paramount importance, and I hope that the events of the Fashion Summit will enable us to gain new clients from other Middle Eastern countries, because the potential is huge there. There are new designer ideas that are really important to us. The Western fashion reigned supreme for about 80 years, but we would like more diversity, and we need a certain breakthrough, a new breakthrough that features the countries of the Middle East, Africa, and other states. Thank you.
And still one more difficult question for you, because here we are all biased, because we live inside Russia, or as Mr. Singh, who is living inside, who is from China, we are biased in terms of our attitude towards the BRICS alliance, because we're inside. You are being outside, being an observer, you don't have that burden of subjectivity. So from your point of view, what can and the BRICS alliance, the countries from BRICS, actually do to force that trend of becoming a hub, how Mr. Sting have put it, for becoming a hub for the fashion industry, for becoming another center that can actually be as equal as the West in terms of its influence.
تمام. سؤال جميل. توجد الكثير من الأفكار. أولاً بريكس تعتمد على دول.
There are many ideas to express in this respect. It depends on the country, on its culture and traditions. I mean, Russia has wonderful long-dating traditions in language, cuisine, and fashion. The same can be said about Brazil, South Africa, India, and whatnot. It's all splendid in its own right. But as a person who has been watching the process from the outside, like you said, I can say that the BRICS states can give a lot to our region. A lot can be done to turn fashion around, you know, to give people new ways to dress themselves, while also taking into account the traditions of countries like Iraq, for instance, because Iraq is a country of ancient culture, Middle Eastern country, and today, of course, we have also become a country of certain influence. We can impact other countries just like they impact us and the West does. So I would like to hope that our summit, just to give you an example, could maybe contribute to creating cultural centers in these countries that could market their solutions and study the experiences of the other countries. So these cultural centers, or these cultural workshops, so to say, could use some contributions from our youth in particular to share our understanding of local, regional and global fashion trends and the trends in the countries that participate in this fashion summit. And my colleague has already mentioned the experience of countries and its importance, like experience in cinema, and it really impacts our industry as well.
More about culture, which I absolutely agree about. So we have 5 minutes, we have 5 speakers, and I think we have just a good moment to make a short blitz. Mr. Kamel, and summing up what we have already discussed here, so what from your point of view will be the main trend that will pursue the process of democratization in industry, in the fashion industry in 2024?
تمام.
Okay, I see the question. I think, well, as an outsider, that democratization can actually spread onto many countries. Every country in their own region could demonstrate its own design achievements, and decentralization is especially important for BRIC countries, which can achieve a lot with their economic potential. They can also present their ideas to the other parts of the world maybe in a new wrapping, so to say, and that could be very important. So this could be a success. But what is more important is that BRICS needs to go to other states, not just us coming to you. BRICS should spread its experience to other countries, not just in economy, not just in culture, but also in particular in the fashion industry, etc. And we think that it will contribute to further diversity and the diversification of the markets that you can reach. Thank you.
Спасибо большое.
Yes, thank you very much. To summarize very quickly what we've talked about, even though we were discussing the trends for the next year, they are more or less perpetual and trusted and effective, such as human exchange, creating a hub within the BRICS alliance, and focusing not just on fashion, but going deeper into culture in general. So thank you so much for the first session, and I now announce it closed.
Ну что ж, огромная благодарность нашим спикерам за столь продуктивную.
Thanks a lot to our speakers for the productive conversation, and thank our moderator Tatiana. Again, many thanks to our dear guests, and let's give them a round of applause.
И совсем скоро начинаем.
Very soon we will begin our next session on closed cycle fashion or recyclable fashion. Can it be a sustainable zero waste concept in the current fashion industry? We will be talking about this with our distinguished experts and other people. So we'll meet here in 10 more minutes.